Hello, Bucs fans and non-Bucs fans alike. My computer program for video editing isn't working very well today. I'm trying to currently upload my recap of the week, which is a new thing I'm starting up. I call it Swiftoneer Weekly. I'm gonna try and have it up as soon as possible, but I kind of have to go in a bit, and the games are about to start, so I need to get my predictions in. So in case the games end up how I think it is, then I can say truthfully that I predicted this right. Last week I went 8-7-1. Not too shabby for how crazy this week has been, but even still, that's kind of bad. Hopefully I can get back on track here today. But I'll start off here on Thursday Night Football. You have the the Los Angeles Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs. It's at Arrowhead, and I think it's going to be a pretty tough one for the Chargers. Both of these teams had tough. Well, I'd say that maybe not tough. LAC had some tough competition last Sunday, and they did well, but I still have the Chiefs winning this 38-33. I think both of these are very good teams, but I just have the Chargers losing this one because overall I just think that the Chiefs are better at Arrowhead. It's tough to win there, but I could see the Chargers definitely winning, so I have it as a very close game and a high-scoring one at that, because you know how it be. Okay, and now starting off with the Sunday afternoon games. The early ones, you have the New England Patriots at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Patriots being kind of bad, and the Steelers being kind of bad as well, at least offensively. I think New England is going to get back on track off of their rough start in Miami. I have them winning 26-17. I don't think the Steelers will be able to redo what they did. I think this is like a let's try and go all in to beat the Bengals kind of deal, especially now that TJ Watt's hurt. Looking at looking at Mitch Trubisky, he was not that good. Neither was Mac Jones, but I think the Patriots are just cursed when they play the Dolphins, just like the Bucs and the Saints. Speaking of which, I'll talk about that in a minute. But I think that the Patriots will get back on top here and beat the Steelers in a 9-point game, but I have them on top, 26-17. Moving on, you have the Carolina Panthers at the New York Giants. The Panthers with this kind of sour taste in their mouth here, coming off of this loss to the Browns. A lot of them are screaming refs. Okay, but I think they are good enough to beat the Giants. I also think the Giants are good enough to beat the Panthers, because I think these teams are both like bottom 15 at bottom 16 at least, bottom 10 even. But the Giants did come away with a dub in Tennessee, but I still have the Panthers winning this one 20-16. I just think the Panthers are coming in and they're mad and they're kind of pissed, and the Giants are kind of coming off a woozy spell. But I don't know. We'll see. The Giants might pull it off again and start 2-0, but I have the Panthers winning this one 20-16. And the next one, you have the New York Jets at the Cleveland Browns. I have the Browns winning this 24-10. The Jets did not look that great against Baltimore, and Zach Wilson's still out. Jacoby Brissett and the Browns, I shouldn't even say Jacoby Brissett, it's more like Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt and the Browns. I'd say they played well against Carolina for how mid they are right now, but I think the Jets are not that good a team. The Ravens proved that. I have the Browns winning 24-10. Not a very close one. Next, you have the Indianapolis Colts at the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think this is another trap game for the Colts, and they start off 0-1-1 when the Jaguars win 34-24. They're playing in Duval, and we all know how the Colts play in Duval. The Jaguars are they put up a valiant effort against the former Colts quarterback Carson Wentz. I think that they will have a good game. I think it'll be a close one. I still have the Jaguars winning. Until they prove me wrong, I'm going with the Jaguars. Then you have the Miami Dolphins at the Baltimore Ravens. I have the Dolphins coming out with a upset here, 31-27. I think that Tua is going to show up like he did last time. He didn't look too great, but he did do what was enough to put the game away. I think the Ravens might be coming into this one being like, oh, this isn't that bad, but I'm thinking it's going to be like last year when the Dolphins upset them. Don't forget about that game. That game was so boring, but it was a good game. And the Miami Dolphins won it, and I think that this is a trap game for Baltimore, and the Dolphins will start off relatively smoothly. So I have them winning 31-27. Next, you have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New Orleans Saints. Speaking of proven wrong, kind of going against that here. But I just really have a feeling that this Bucs team is something special. It's Brady's last year, and all the pieces are coming together. The only thing we couldn't get was Gronk, which is a shame, but it do be how it do be. I have the Bucs winning this one against the Saints. It's going to be a close one. It's always decently scoring in New Orleans and in Tampa Bay. Well, the way I have it right now, I don't necessarily have the Bucs winning that one. We'll see as time goes on, though. If they're going like 13-0 or whatever when they meet again, then maybe that might tip the scale a bit. If Jameis Winston is hurt again, or if he's hurt, maybe they'll win again. I don't know, but I have the Bucs winning this one in a one-possession game, 34-26. I think it'll be very close. But based on how the Saints played against the Falcons last weekend, I think that the O-line is going to collapse just like it did against Dak Prescott, and we're gonna eat some gumbo on the field there. I think that the Saints can't really handle the run game, and Fournette really tore up against Dallas last week, and I think that'll carry over. So I have it being that close a game. Tampa Bay wins 34-26. Now, the last game of the early Sunday games, you have the Washington Commanders at the Detroit Lions. A lot of people are saying that the Commanders are coming in hot, but I can equally say the Lions are coming in hot. They almost beat the Eagles. It was a very close game. I predicted they'd win, which is a shame on me, especially now that I'm picking them to win again. I just have faith in this Lions team, I'm not going to lie. I think this Lions team will be good. Once they're 0-8 by week 9, I'll say, yeah, maybe not that great. But for now, I think this really is going to be a good team. I have the Lions winning 24-19 in a close one in Detroit. And now we move into our Sunday late games, the first of which is the Seattle Seahawks at the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers, coming off a loss to the Bears, are going to be pissed off, and the Seattle Seahawks, coming off a win in Denver, but a couple guys hurt, are going to be over the moon, and I think they're going to lose this game, even though Seattle traditionally does beat San Francisco even when they suck. I still have the 49ers winning this one in a close one, 27-22. Remember, this is at San Fran, so they're really good at home. We'll see how it goes, but I think that the 49ers will pull away. I have them winning 27-22. Moving on to the next one, you have the Atlanta Falcons at the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams at home again. Will they get embarrassed? No, I don't think they will. It could be a trap game. I'm seeing a lot of people saying that. I just don't have faith in that. The Falcons are just just too bad to be trap teams. Everyone always says, oh, they'll come into Buffalo and they'll win, and then they have a trap game against the Falcons. No, they don't. No one has a trap game against the Falcons unless they're mediocre or worse. I just don't see them winning this game. I don't even have it being close. I don't think that they're going to pull even a choke. It's going to be ownage, the Rams are going to win 38-23. But hey, I'll be cheering for you, Atlanta. After we lose to the Saints, I'll be looking and be like, please go Falcons. Yeah. Okay, moving on. We have the Arizona Cardinals at the Las Vegas Raiders. I have this being a close one, but the Raiders pull it out 27-25. The Raiders are a good team. The Cardinals are also a decent team, despite their blowout last weekend. But I do have this being a close one just because I think both of these teams are decent. And I actually have the Raiders being pretty good this year. The Cardinals not so much, but they're pretty good at the start of the year, and they have a decent staff. So I think it will be close. So I even though I have it being close, but I still have the Raiders winning 27-25. Moving on, you have the Houston Texans at the Denver Broncos. I think the Broncos are going to come out pissed off after everything that happened, and they're going to beat up on the Texans, sadly, but that's how it be. The Texans holding their own against the Colts last Sunday when they pulled out a tie at home. It was a pretty interesting game. No one said ever, but I think that the Texans will do decent for what they are. I don't have it being a complete blowout. I do have them losing, though. I have the Broncos winning 30-20. Moving on, you have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Dallas Cowboys, 34-13 Cincinnati. I don't think I have to explain this too much. The Dak Prescott is out, and their team looked like ass on Sunday Night Football against the Bucs. And I think the Cincinnati Bengals are about the same skill level and have a lot of the same resources, I'd say. So I'd say that Cincinnati, this isn't going to be a close one at all, really. So the Bengals win in Cowboy land, 34-13. Now you have your Sunday night game. You have the Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers. These teams, the Packers looked terrible. The Bears looked not great. But we all know what happens when the Bears beat the Packers. I'd love to say that the Bears win this one. In fact, if the Falcons, the Bears, obviously the Bucs win, and the Vikings win, that would be really cool. That would be very cool. I'd love to see that happen. Sadly, it's not, though. I don't really see them winning. I do have it being a bit close. The Packers winning 27-20 just because the Packers seem not great. Maybe they're still a little rusty, but I have them winning this one and then starting to crank their engines up to start the season. We all know how they are at the start of the year, but I do have this being moderately close, but don't get any ideas that this game will be that the Bears have much of a chance in this one. They don't. I'm sorry. I know I said that last week, but I guess take my word with a grain of salt. And moving on, you have the Tennessee Titans at the Buffalo Bills on Monday Night Football, the first of Monday Night Football, which is kind of strange. But last year, the Titans held their own against the Bills, but these are not the same Titans as we saw last week. Or maybe they are, because they lost to the Jets last year, I think. Yeah, they lost to the Jets. So did the Bengals. So did the Bucs almost. Okay. The Bills are on a rampage. The Titans are not. I have the Bills winning 44-27 in a blowout game. Moving on, you have the last game and the later game on Monday night. You have the Minnesota Vikings at the Philadelphia Eagles. I have the Vikings winning 30-29. I think it'll be a close one, but the Eagles, I think the Vikings are on a roll, and the Eagles kind of got a little shocked against the Lions last week. Despite me saying they're good, it's still always a shock when you almost lose to the Lions. So I think this will be a very interesting one. It's going to be more interesting than the Tennessee game. I'm probably going to turn that off once this game comes on. But yeah, I think the Vikings will pull away with a 1-point victory, 30-29. and that will end my predictions for this week. Hopefully, I will be more correct than last time. Hopefully no ties, because pushes are just annoying to deal with, but we know how it be. So if you disagree with me in the comments, you can put them down below. I'll put the timestamps down below for each matchup, because I know that most people here are just going to want to see their own team. But if there anyone is on this video, then you're cool, by the way. This is going to be a good one, so thanks for being on Swift and Near, and Bucs up.